No dobra, ludziska, no dobra, no dobra. A, mój Boże święty, co to jest, ludziska? Wszystko się świeci, tylko trochę tak coś ciemno. Widzę, muszę coś pojaśnić. Bo jednak troszkę tak ciemno. Czy to wystarczy? Czy to wystarczy? Że tak. Bardziej tak. Chyba tak. Tak wystarczy nam. Chyba tak nam wystarczy. No dobra, ludziska, to my sobie obejrzymy jakieś trailerki. Nie wiem, czy więcej nie obejrzymy sobie dzisiaj? Tak do północy. Trailerki, czyli 2 godzinki, niecałe jakieś. I powinno być całkiem sympatycznie, więc ludziska, zacznijmy. Zacznijmy. Dobra, tu się zaczęło już, ale ten. Dobra, co my tu mamy? Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, The Treasure of the Midnight Isles. To zacznijmy.
On the outskirts of my city, there is a small, nondescript pier. Only one ship ever docks there. A creaking mass of
Musimy sobie pograć, kurde, też w Pathfindera, ale jest tyle jeszcze innych. Kurde, no. Ajajajajaj.
Foolish mortals, with no regard for their own brief lives. Sometimes they return with gold in their hands, red on their blades, and gray in their hair. Most times, they don't return at all. I wonder, what are they looking for among the dark abyssal waves?
Pięknie. Pięknie. My tu mamy Chimera Land, okej. Czyli taki w sumie bardziej a la Monster Hunter. Tylko tutaj mamy chimery jakieś też. Znaczy w sumie tam też są trochę takie chimerowate. Nie, bo tutaj ewoluują i tak zażrą coś. O, okej. Ale taki Monster Hunter style bardziej. Widzę. Monster Bird Evolve. Okej, Warframe.
None of them truly understands how much I lost when I lost her. Nor by what subtle art my dead love now lives within another's gleaming skull. So tonight, we shall celebrate.
Shall
In her
celebrate.
honor and mine, I shall unveil a new creation, a harmony of mistress and monster.
W Warframe też bym chętnie pograł, ale no mówię. To za dużo gierek? To niezdrowo, jak to mówią. Tak teraz ledwo co tam popykujemy. Tyle rozpoczynanych, a powolutku bliska.
An apex predator.
An apex predator.
A deathless companion. Unsurpassed. Blood raw in whip, claw, and fang.
Teraz jakby się można byłoby skupić na jakiejś jednej konkretnej grze i ją wykończyć w 100%, albo jest 100%, to by byśmy szybko zeszli z pewnych rzeczy. To jest do przemyślenia, ale dyska to jest do przemyślenia. Warframe, Veil Breaker. Okej. Kupiłeś maskę, panie.
Not afraid.
Durwi paradoks. Portrait.
I thought I had lost you for a moment, but you don't get to leave.
Ever get that feeling you're stuck, spinning inside your little wheel day in and day out, only to find you're right back where you started?
Why are you fighting back? We both know who's in charge.
Take my old blade if you want a chance with that mockery of a Dax.
Oh, dual reading, nice.
How dare he keep trying to leave? What's out there that's so fascinating? Maybe I should just go there myself.
To już się robi straszne. Zima. Już było. Soul Frame. Okay.
It began as song, pitched sweet and solemn. They that heard came hollow, fallen. Their children raised in castles loft, made hunters grave, of others not.
Remember this. We are a family.
Sądziłem, że w jaja dostanie. Ale widzę, że nie.
Yet beyond the pale of Odin's sky live verdant fields of rain and wild, where omen beasts of Alka's lost remember still until the ghost. So listen well. Envoys of shame. And bear their souls within your frame.
Bardzo fajny trailer.
Find your spirit, your grace renewed. And return
Bardzo ładnie zrenderowany też.
her power true.
Nie. Widzisz, nie było ciebie jak kończyłem i mówiłem, że że przerwę robię na jedzonko, bo byłem mega głodny. A jeszcze trailerki są, nie? Więc no. Że wszystko, panie, zgodnie z planem. No, pokaż ten kombat. Nie wiem, czy to jest kombat z gry, czy nie?
Join us, won't you?
So Frey. Kurde, ciekawe. To jest za giereczka, muszę zobaczyć. Akcji typ... Okej. Nie mam, co my tu mamy? Way of the Hunter teraz mamy. No, sporo pokazywali tego Way of the Hunter. Że no. To jest bardziej dla ludzi, którzy lubią właśnie polowania i tak dalej, więc spoko giereczkę. Bardzo ładna w dodatku jeszcze. No też za bardzo nie przepadam za polowaniami. Jakoś nie me gusta. Nie me gusta. Ale jest. Można przynajmniej podziwiać grafikę. Chociażby. No i lunety, jak widać, bardzo piękne, takie bardzo realistyczne i tak dalej, Więc... Dobra, co my mamy dalej? Stray. To też jest gdzieś tam u mnie na tapecie. Żeby sobie pokryć tak chillowo. Apex Legend. O, to jest jakieś takie mocno animowane. Okej. O!
Pick on someone your own size.
What the fuck? Apex Gaiden even. O mój Boże. Co tu mamy? No Man's Sky? Endurance Update? What?
The Endurance Update.
To jest No Man's Lie.
A complete overhaul of freighters and fleets. Command an armada of frigates from a new bridge.
Z tego co tutaj pokazują graficznie wygląda bosko. Albo jest ray tracing. High NPC crew. Aż tak strasznie to rozbudowali?
Enjoy beautiful new space vistas from portholes and windows. Build vast freighter bases to manufacture goods, grow food, and aid exploration. Asteroids have become more varied and far greater in number.
What the fuck?
Build your fleet and explore the universe as never before.
Okay.
Our journey continues.
Destiny 2, Season of the Haunted.
Welcome to the EAZ. Seems like we got some uninvited guests. Why don't you clear them on out of here? We got a bonfire to build. Raise a little hell, Guardian. Now that's a bonfire. Relax.
Bonfire.
You've earned it.
Pięknie. Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
What is it they need to stay alive? Water? Food? Certainly. But what we need most
Death.
is life itself.
What do you all think you're doing? Why the fighting?
What do you think it's like for us? Losing friend after friend.
The face of your real enemy is...
Ouroboros abhor this world. Their existence must be erased without a trace.
This is the world of Ionios. The nations of Keves and Agnes and their grisly conflict stand in contrast to its natural splendor. The people of this world live short lifespans of just 10 years. From the moment they're born, fighting is all the people of Ionios learn. The story of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 focuses on 6 soldiers, 3 from Keves and 3 from Agnes. When they come face to face during a special mission, both parties draw their weapons, but after encountering a mysterious figure, they resolve to work together.
Because now, kids, you share a common destiny. They'll hunt you constantly, relentlessly, without rest. There's one place that might give you a chance. Sword March. Our city.
Ionios is host to various landscapes, all filled with surreal geography to explore and diverse wildlife to encounter. Draw your weapon when encountering an enemy to seamlessly enter battle.
Dawać mi tu Switcha 2.
Your approach to attack automatically.
To wtedy może tak.
Then harness powerful abilities called arts to strive for victory. Arts have a variety of effects. Some can throw opponents off balance, inflict more damage based on where you attack from, or heal allies, to name a few. String together arts to activate a combo and gain an advantage. Get the enemy off balance, knock them to the ground, launch them into the air,
I użycie
and smash
fuzji.
them down. Stringing together successful
Zrobić jeszcze
combos
większy
is
damage.
quite satisfying.
What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish. It's not over yet!
I felt her thoughts. There were so many, and then they were a part of me.
By joining together in battle through interlinking, two characters in your party can fuse into a fiercely powerful form, known as an Ouroboros. While
Wiem, że fuzja.
interlinking, unleash mighty Ouroboros arts without limits. Use soul points earned in battle to make the Ouroboros even stronger. Each character in your party has a class that influences how they battle. Each character takes on a specific role during battles. Attackers excel at damaging enemies. Defenders block enemy attacks and draw their aggro. And healers can restore health points to keep you in fighting shape. Each character playing in their role effectively is a key point to battling. Your class can also be changed to match that of your allies. And that's not all.
Pytanie, czy warto?
Doing the same as everyone around you, it's always the same outcome. It's just that, as a mechanic, you can't start getting moody just because something's broken.
Brave residents of Ionis called heroes can lend their arms and aptitude to your team as a seventh party member. Only one hero at a time can assist on the battlefield, but you can swap them out as you see fit. Heroes also have their own unique classes. By befriending these allies, your party members can take on these classes too. Recruit more heroes for a growing combination of classes and arts for your party.
Okej.
Ionios is host to a variety of terrains and climates. Once you start to explore, you'll encounter creatures that make no secret of their ferocious tendencies, as well as hidden areas to discover and more. Harsh yet beautiful landscapes await you. Colonies serve as the base camp for both nations. At rest spots found in colonies and throughout the world, you can cook using collected materials. Craft gems to strengthen your abilities.
Looks good to me. I think we'll find this
And
useful.
discuss information you've heard from residents to take on new quests. Explore every corner of these fields as you seek out new encounters. Breathtaking scenery. Valuable items. And ferocious monsters. Enjoy the world and fulfill your wanderlust at your own pace.
We were sworn enemies once, and yet we all share the will to live in the now.
Not now we seem to be sharing a common destiny, we happy few.
These soldiers will marry.
We happy few.
We can always grow plenty more.
You guys really make my sparks fly.
Get back to killing each other. Come on. I thought that was your whole raison d'etre.
These are our lives here. They're not some toys you can just play with.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Broaden the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with a paid expansion pass. Additional
Ile?
content will be released over time.
Amiibo!
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is compatible with Amiibo figures. Tap any amiibo to acquire helpful in-game items for your adventure. Tap the Shulk amiibo to change a character's sword to appear as the Monado when using Noah's Swordfighter class.
Keep them in check.
Cult of the Lamp.
No one said it was easy to create a cult in the name of the one who waits.
Ja już mam
Sometimes it
swój
might
własny
seem like
kult.
all hope is lost, but the strength of your convictions will keep you on the righteous path, along with the helping hands of a few friends. Here are some of the folks who will help as you crusade through the lands of the old faith. Ratau. Ratau was once a vessel for the Red Crown. Now he's your guide and mentor. Once he's taught you the art of cult creation, he plans to spend his retirement playing knucklebones. Clownneck. Clownneck is the keeper of the tarot cards that guide you. You will have the choice of 2 cards. Both can aid you in your quest, but choose wisely.
Dokładnie.
Clownneck's face will be a welcome sight when the forces of darkness are closing in. Kuldai. Kuldai holds the weapons you need for your fight. You will be offered weapons and curses to choose from, but you can only pick one. Halob. Halob traps unsuspecting animals foolish enough to wander the lands alone, then sells them to the highest bidder, unless he gets hungry, of course. The Fisherman. The Fisherman will meet you in Darkwood and show you the way to Pilgrim's Passage. He seeks the beasts of the deep. If you catch them for him, he will reward you with holy talisman pieces. And the Fisherman is definitely a man, definitely not a fish. You will meet these characters and many more in your quest to free the one who waits. The cards you're dealt, the weapons you're gifted, and the knowledge you gather will serve you well as leader of the one true cult.
The Cult. Co my tu mamy? Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. To też musimy sobie popykać. To kiedy?
The city is in danger. It needs our help.
Kiedy?
All of our help.
Mamy na liście w ogóle?
Call the play, coach.
Mamy. Mamy na liście. Ultra wide display support. Ray traced reflection. Niepotrzebne.
You know, people don't use banks anymore. You're lucky you found actual cash.
Unlocked frame rate. To już się liczy.
Maybe you can't. Maybe Spider-Man.
No. To jest dobre.
I gotta play harder to get.
I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
Like me.
Get more backup.
And lock down the airspace.
You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us.
Hey Yuri, I caught the bad guys, but...
But what?
You might want to bring a ladder.
Tarnishing of the Dukes? O, dyczek widać. Metroidvania. Prawdopodobnie. Yep. Yep. Zgadza się. Dużo kurczę ostatnio tego typu gierek wychodzi. To właśnie indyki wychodzą w większości. Widać, że jest popyt. Zdecydowanie widać. As dusk falls.
The thing about shadows, you can't escape them. You just learn to keep them behind you, and look toward the light.
I represent some business acquaintances of your father's. Whoa.
You help me take care of my family, I'll help you take care of yours.
You swear it won't happen again?
I just want to know that we can make it through this.
And I can hear him knocking.
On the ground, now! You're making a huge mistake!
Daddy, don't go!
All you had to do was keep your mouth shut! What are you doing?
Improvising. I'm not just gonna abandon you.
Family means sacrifice.
When I'm gone to the depths I go.
Co mamy następne leciska? The Dragon Ball Breakers. Okej. Takie sobie powiedział. Takie sobie to. Już wolę Xenoversa. Powiem wam tak. Affogato? Affogato? Na bogato? No już trochę taką personą zalatuje. Woda. Taka planszówka? Ciekawe, ciekawe. Okej.
You went out.
Hard West 2.
Big score, but ended up with the devil taking your soul. Want to get it back? Bandits and hired guns armed to the teeth are eager to put you and your posse 6 feet under. Getting through those bastards will only put you face to face with hordes.
Jedynkę musimy sobie pograć też. Arlusta chyba mamy zapisanego, nie?
They can't wait to tear you limb from limb. Luckily, you have a few dark tricks up your sleeve, don't you? You just might survive long enough to send the devil back to hell and take back what's yours. Hard West 2 arrives on Steam on August 4th. Wishlist it now.
Wishlist now. Yeah. Gotham Knights. Batgirl.
If there's one thing I've learned about Gotham City, it's that people need symbols. Something to believe in.
What was that?
Protecting people runs in my veins. No matter what alias I go by, that's who I am. That's who I'll always be. Gotham has called, and I have answered.
Uff. Ała.
Pre-order now and get the 233 custom Batcycle skin.
Co mamy dalej? Phoenix Point Complete Edition. Okej. Czyli może poprawili Phoenix Pointa w końcu. To jak trzeba. Musimy też wrócić do ten Phoenix Pointa. W sumie nie tylko, tam mamy X Chimera, coś tam. Chimera skład. Też kurde był break balansu. Musimy powrócić do niektórych gierek. The Last of US Part 1 Rebuild for PS5.
I'm coming.
More than 2 years ago, when we were finishing Last of Us Part 2, and we were working on those flashbacks within that scene for the first game, we got excited with the idea of like, oh man, what if we made The Last of Us Part 1 to look as good, if not better, than what we have done with Last of Us Part 2, which we really pushed the boundaries of like what we could do from gameplay and a graphical standpoint, and felt like if we do that, we could actually come even closer to our original vision of what the first game would have been had we not been constrained by technology.
The original creative vision of The Last of Us, I think in a lot of ways was larger than what the PlayStation 3 was capable of.
The tech of the PS5, it's like an open box of tools and goodies that we can play from and draw from. The 4K, HDR, improved haptics, 60 frames, help us to reimagine The Last of Us. It gave us opportunities to rebuild our characters at the highest fidelity. Not only are the
Holy
characters more
shit.
detailed, I mean down to the irises and the pupil depth. You know, you fall into the eyes of the characters. Aside from that, the facial animation is just way more believable. Like all the nuances, all the little subtle reactions, glances, glares, right? Like you get all of it almost closer to sort of the original performances.
So no matter what, you stick to me like glue.
Like glue.
Like glue. Got it. Good. Good.
We are able now to not only just have the highest fidelity characters in the cutscene, but also in gameplay. It's the same character, so now we can do these seamless transitions in and out. Every part of the game has benefited from seamless transitions and emotional scripting.
Pretty good, huh?
Our stories happen in gameplay, on a stick.
She knew my mom.
All this stuff is designed to keep you constantly in this world.
Riley, come here. Now you got this. Go.
One of the things that the PlayStation 5 is really enabling is that we're able to have a density of physics objects in a scene that we could never do before. Like, this has always been the dream, is to have this number of bumpables, chippables, breakables, destructible objects in a scene. It just makes the world feel rich, makes it feel lived in. Materials can have the properties that you'd expect. The turret truck in Pittsburgh, when it's firing at you and it's just ripping apart the concrete and sending objects flying left and right.
Seeing things break, like there's fear, there's a real fear that it invokes.
And it's giving us a much more dynamic range of gameplay to play with.
Around him!
Our AI tech has just increased incredibly. What we were building the basis off of was the Last of Us Part 2's AI. And it has sophisticated systems for things like the fundamental knowledge model of how these NPCs perceive and understand what the player is much more sophisticated.
Now how the enemies are communicating with each other, how they're chasing you, how they're flanking you, how intense that fight feels. It's so much more rewarding coming out of it from the other side.
Get out!
One of the other big AI improvements is the buddies. The buddies technology that we developed for The Last of Us Part 2 has this very sophisticated understanding of like, okay, this is where the enemies can see their exposure. We not only have exposure, we have future exposure. So buddies can know, okay, that enemy is walking forward and they're about to round this corner. So in 3 seconds, that corner is going to be exposed. So I'd better move now to avoid this enemy seeing me. This really lets the buddies make very complex decisions and maintain that feeling of stealth much more believably. Another big enhancement to the gameplay is that we have this technology called motion matching. Motion matching is this technology that's basically using logic that tries to match the desired movement to a bucket of hundreds of animations. A mocapped actor has gone in and run this whole gauntlet of movements to get a really full set of all the different ways a person can move. And then it's basically every frame trying to find the best matching animation that fits the path of where the character is going to go. And this motion model just gives this really seamless sense of transition. The player's movement is just a lot cleaner. It's this really smooth, organic movement through the space.
First, we just had to build that core experience. And then beyond that, we wanted to add several features that fans have been asking for. For example, we now have a permadeath mode. Along that, we've added a brand new speedrun mode, so players can time themselves. There's a whole community of gamers that just want to see how fast they can play through this game. Beyond that, we added a bunch more of unlockables. So there's all these different outfits for Ellie and Joel that people can unlock. A model viewer mode, so people can really appreciate the details. We added award-winning accessibility features.
Every single accessibility option that we offer, that's a barrier removed for someone.
As she surveys the apartment, her eyes wander to Joel. She steps past the couch. He wears the wristwatch Sarah gifted him, which now has a cracked face.
To my knowledge, this is the first PlayStation game that has audio description built into the game, built into the cinematics.
Now it's nighttime. Joel stirs in his sleep.
And that's really the way we've tried to push the frontier of accessibility on this game.
so much of the identity of The Last of Us is the world.
We revamped completely the art direction. You know, everything from these expansive vistas that not only are they beautiful, but you feel the environments. You feel the environments in a much more visceral way. The rooftops overlooking the Capitol building, for example, like just the breath of fresh air when you go up there and you just like, you feel that sort of release in tension. And then, you know, to juxtapose that down in the tunnels in Wilds, and you get that dank, flooded tunnel feel, that humidity, you can actually feel it. All these environments are just completely reimagined.
Now we got our engine on the PS5, those haptics, the 3D audio, the fast loading. It really creates a much more immersive, and because of that, much more emotional experience.
One of the things I absolutely love with the 3D audio in The Last of Us Part 1 is being able to hear an enemy before they sneak up on you. And trying to do a stalker fight with the 3D audio is just so much fun. You're hearing them skitter around in a different room, and you're hearing them trying to get it behind you. Having that two-part reaction of like hearing, turning, seeing, reacting, it's just really heightens that sense of just being grounded. You are in this character, you are in this world. Now, with the PlayStation 5, the amount of control that developers have over the DualSense, it's really, really cool. All the guns in the game have a variable amount of resistance on the triggers when you aim them. The way it works with the bow is that at the very beginning, when they're starting to draw the bow, there's a little bit of resistance. And then as the bow gets tauter and tauter, the amount of resistance is increasing. And then when you release the bow, you're also getting that resistance going out of the trigger. When you are aiming and firing the shotgun, you're going to get a haptic vibration on the shot. And then what I think is one of the ways that the DualSense really advances things is you're going to get a haptic vibration on the pump of the shotgun. And what's much more sophisticated about that on the DualSense is that in effect has a little like speaker in it. And it's playing an audio file that comes through in the vibrations. And those two beats is what you're going to feel on the controller.
Looks like a good spot.
This also ties in to the new workbench animations. So if you're seeing Joel taking apart a gun or screwing something in or putting a new stock on a gun, that moment where he's like jamming that on, you're gonna get that haptic feedback on that. We have, you know, haptics all across the board, you know, for all the moments you kind of expect, for clambering, jumping, landing, meleeing, getting meleeed, like all those kind of high intensity moments we have represented in the haptics. What I personally absolutely adore is the way we can enhance the really like quiet, subtle moments of gameplay. So it's like when Joel goes in to pet the giraffe, getting that little light touch on the haptics as he's petting the giraffe. To me, that's the essence of The Last of Us. It's the high tension moments, it's the low tension moments, it's all of it feeling grounded. It's you're feeling immersed in this world. It's all about bringing you along with that story in as many ways as we can. And that's what the new technology on the PlayStation 5 is allowing.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out.
There's something special about that core experience of playing as Joel and Ellie on this journey. Then to take that experience and really honor it and keep the authenticity of it, but elevate it in every way possible, whether it's pipeline, whether it's art direction, whether it's a technology, everything that allows us to make that experience better. Not different, extremely better. That's why, to me, this is the definitive way to play The Last of Us.
Oh. Nice. Nice. Nice, ludziska. Nice. Dajcie mi sekundę. O mój Boże, dobra. Gites ludziska. Na ten odcinek to tyle z mojej strony, także jeszcze raz dzięki wielkie za oglądanie. Widzimy się już innego w kolejnym. Trzymajcie się.